Hi, my name is Justin and this is Aditi, and we are the organizers of Spark Night 2017.
An event that's held annually and that showcases the final year projects completed by electrical and computer systems engineering students at Monash University.
We had 278 registered attendants at our Google Form registry. That means that we had 560 people in total in our event. This included 121 final year students of Monash University, 24 volunteers, and 20 staff of the department.
Moving on, this Spark Night project also involved us to liaise with a lot of people this year, and that included the students, first of all, the final year students completing their projects, and we had to work around their availability as well as what they required in terms of resources. So there was a lot of scheduling that was involved for us to contact them, and then for us to also hear back from them. So we had to be in regular touch and also encourage them to respond back for us to and provide their feedback so that we can plan accordingly for the event. Next, we also liaised with Jonathan Lee, Jeff Binns, and Rosalind Remington in terms of their expertise and just to plan effectively for the event. So we also we organized meetings with them every week, and then we planned accordingly with them as well. Next, we also worked around the availability of some other staff in the engineering faculty, such as Emily and Maria as well, and a few of the marketing people in the marketing sector of engineering as well, just so that we could really promote this event to the best of our capabilities.
We had to communicate with 121 final year students. That means we also had to we need to understand that they do exams and assignments as well. So we really need to plan in advance, making sure that the information that we required from them, we gathered them in time. We've actually made a website that's even better than the website that was created 2 years ago for Spark Night 2015, because this year's website actually contained specific pages for specific FYP projects. Each project profile page lists the name of the FYP, a brief description of the FYP, and a couple of the students who actually helped create that FYP. We've used this website to promote the event and to actually help students network in the industry. So that's a very different kind of thing that we did for this year.
Now moving on to the marketing aspects, of course, the little things have big impact.
When we started advertising for Spark Night, we've created this launch video that we could put into our social medias to help get the word of Spark Night across the page. With this video alone in Facebook, we've actually reached 2,100 people. We didn't pay any money for marketing, and that's organic view. We've actually created project profiles as well, which kind of had a sneak peek of what projects are to expect at Spark Night, and we've had 4 of them, and we've launched them once per week, 4 weeks before the actual event, and this actually helped our attendees have a idea of what to expect for Spark Night. And also we actually have a countdown we've created, and that actually built up the hype 5 days before the event, because we've showcased what our lecturers who our lecturers are, what our students are capable of, who are students, and just us getting ready for the event, which really create that great atmosphere and cheering atmosphere for the event.
That of course had a very, very big impact in terms of promoting the engineering faculty and the Spark Night event that showcases the projects of the ECSE students at Monash University. A great opportunity to again showcase them into the industry as they are now stepping into the big world. Also, in terms of sponsorship, I am very pleased to say that I was able to acquire 3 sponsors this year, including Electrical Energy Society of Australia, which is a very, very big society encompassing the energy sector and the power industry in Australia. We also acquired Total Secure as a sponsor, and that's a small to medium-sized organization that provides cybersecurity services and management services as well to the organizations in terms of their security. Lastly, we had Optus at Monash as our sponsors. Of course, having such a brand associated with Spark Night definitely helped in terms of increasing or raising the awareness about Spark Night. So they also helped us out in terms of sponsoring for the prize for the top individual winner. Proud to say that we were able to gather $2,050 from our sponsors, which contributed.
The biggest,
the biggest ever, the
Yeah.
first and the biggest. So really raised the bar high. And we also had a video for the event, and that was another aspect, a key aspect of Spark Night in terms of really promoting Spark Night and using that video as a promotional purpose for both Spark Night as well as the ECSE industry. During our event, we had a voting system where all the attendees got the opportunity to look around at all the projects and then vote for their most favorite projects, both in the individual as well as the group categories. In terms of the feedback, we received overall very positive feedback, and with an average rating of 8.1 out of 10 for the event.
Out of the 144 students that was available on the day, more than half of them have made connections, which is actually one of our targets for Spark Night. We wanted Spark Night as an event for people to create connections within the industry. So hearing that more than half of them made connections in the industry, perfect. Another feedback that we've received was people thought that there was a great diversity and interesting projects from our final year students this year. Some of our students said that it was a useful opportunity for them to engage with the industry. Some of our undergraduate students found it
a great opportunity to network with people and really grow their connections.
Yeah. And they actually found it an opportunity to start thinking about their final year project that's bound to come in the coming years. So.
And yet again, a great opportunity for us to really showcase engineering at Monash, especially inspire and motivate those high school students to start considering STEM courses and in particular engineering at Monash University.
Yeah. The event was so great that we only had one common feedback, negative feedback that was suggested by our attendees, which is that we need to have air conditioning at the venue because it was 30 degrees on the day, and even though we had the doors open, it was still pretty humid and hot. But yeah, that was the only one negative feedback that we've received.
Pleased with the catering and how everything was organized in terms of the general consensus overall, and just the fact that exploring into a different venue, a bigger venue, especially with some air conditioning.
Yeah.
One of the main things to take note of is the fact that we actually had the biggest industry presence on this event, and that is much more than the presence that we've had in the past years combined. So to give you an idea, we had around 50 people from the industry, which is something that we both are very proud of.
Yeah, we had high school students for the first time. We've used Spark Night as a outreach programs to invite high school students to do engineering and electrical and computer systems engineering, to be precise, at Monash University, which was a huge success. We learned how to work with people efficiently and respectfully. I feel like that's something you don't get to learn in lectures, but the industry wants that.
Yeah, and the real life skills that we developed as a way of communicating via in terms of written as well as the verbal communications. Yeah. There was a lot of communication that we did through email, and that's something that we did develop over time as well, and we really honed that skill. So that's definitely something, and yet again, like I mentioned earlier, working around their timings, working around their availability, and planning accordingly.
Yeah, we've also developed our organization skills and planning skills, and we had to be proactive with communicating with some of the people, especially the final year students. Also, we've developed our designing skills. All of our designs, such as website, flyer, video, we've edited it. We didn't hire ourselves, and we didn't hire anyone else to do it. No professional help.
Negotiation skills is something that I really developed, I would say, over the time as I negotiated with the sponsors myself. And so really negotiating with them in terms of finding that win-win situation for both SparkNight as well as those sponsors, and bringing that shared value to both of the parties. So that was something that was really important for me, as of course we are promoting SparkNight, but also it is an event to promote for example, the Optus, Total Secure and ESA as well. So promoting the fact that they have actually partnered up with them, with us this year. So, yeah.
And we know how to network with people. Again, coming back to the first thing that we've learned how to network with people, communicate with people, and again, this is something that the industry would want. Just to end this all off, what we would do differently is to have an automatic website that is easy to change. All we have to do is plug in the information and the website will change automatically for us. We didn't do it this year. Another thing is maybe look for a different venue, or a venue that has an aircon, or possibly having aircon in the venue itself. And last thing is maybe looking at a different source for our catering, because that reached about 4,000 just for catering purposes.
Yeah, which offers a variety as well as something that's a little bit cost effective. But other than that, it was a great opportunity for me personally to build my network, to get to work with Justin, and it really utilized the talent and the passion that we both shared for such an event, in terms of really shaping it into the big of an event that it was. And again, an opportunity to network with the staff members at Monash University and also the sponsors that we acquired this year.
And that's it.
Thank you.
Bye.